Hello there, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica Mercedes, and if you are new here on this channel, we talk about all things business, we talk about mindset, and we talk about mom life. So today, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be talking to you guys about what you should do before you start a business. Now, I know some of you watching have already started your business, and that is completely fine. This information is still going to be relevant to you. We're just going to backtrack a little bit, give you a couple of goodies, a couple of nuggets that I wish that someone would have told me before I started my business. Now, I have been an entrepreneur and a business owner for over 10 years, and I'm also a business coach. I have several businesses, and I do have several digital products as well. So I am going to be sharing with you guys the things that I think are extremely important before starting a business. So let's hop right into it. Before you start your business, ask yourself, why am I starting a business? What is the reason for me starting this business? And before you say, because I want to help people, listen, businesses are started to serve yourself. And I know that that sounds selfish, but I think society has conditioned us to believe that we can't do things for our own good or for our own well being. I became a business owner and an entrepreneur very early, so much so to the point where I didn't even realize that I was, quote unquote, a business owner. I started doing hair out of my house when I was like 12 years old. Then I went on to get my cosmetology license and I worked at a hair salon paying booth rent. I wasn't an entrepreneur. I was an independent contractor. I didn't realize that I owned my own hair business, but that's what I did. And I did that because I had a child and I knew that working a 9 to 5, number one, wasn't going to give me the money that I needed because at the time I did not have a degree. I just had my cosmetology license, but it also wasn't going to give me the time freedom because I worked for myself. I was able to create my own schedule. My parents were also entrepreneurs. So growing up, I saw entrepreneurship. My father was an attorney. He had his own firm. My mother was a realtor. She owned a daycare center as well. So I saw entrepreneurship in all different type of sectors. And when I grew up, it's like in my blood. I knew that that's what I wanted to do. But I didn't understand that when you're running a business, you're doing it to serve yourself. And it actually took me until I got into my mid 20s to understand that I am doing this for me to create the lifestyle that I desire. Of course, yes, doing it for your children, you're doing it for your family, you're doing it to leave a legacy. Helping people is going to be a byproduct of you starting the business because you're going to be able to hire and you're going to be able to pay people and give and provide jobs. So, yes, definitely helping people is on the list, but starting a business is to serve yourself. It's to fulfill whatever need or passion that you have. And I don't want you to feel bad about saying that. I want you to say it bold. And if you don't feel like, or if you don't feel comfortable saying, yes, I started this business for myself because I want to create the lifestyle that I desire, if you don't feel comfortable saying that, then go start a nonprofit. And I'm not trying to be funny, but what I'm saying is people start businesses to be able to create the life that they desire. And yes, helping people is a byproduct, but you want to own your own time. You want to be able to take that vacation. Maybe you want to invest in yourself a new smile, and you know that working a regular job caps your income. So you're not going to be able to invest thousands of dollars into maybe your body, invest thousands of dollars worth of training into whatever skill that you want to master. So when you're starting a business, be okay with saying, yes, I'm doing this for myself because I want to have or I want to achieve XYZ. Now, if you saw someone start a business and it went viral on TikTok and you decided that you want to dibble and dabble in it, I would say don't. And I'm not trying to be a dream crusher. Anyone that knows me knows that that is just not me. I'm not that girl. I'm for sure a girl's girl, but I'm also that friend that's going to tell you the truth. And the truth is, just because you see someone else excelling in it and just killing it doesn't mean that you should jump in it. Nowadays, I think that as a whole, society makes us feel like you can just start this business or you can just start that business. Make sure that whatever you start or whatever you do, you're passionate about it, or it's something that is going to allow you to keep going on those days when maybe the income is not there, or maybe you try to do this and this part of the business fail, or maybe you had an unsatisfied customer. Like, you have to be all in on the business in order to say every day that I wake up, I'm going to give this 100%. Because if it's something that you just saw your friend do, or if it's something that you just saw on the internet, or something that's trending right now, and you hop on it and you're not fully invested in it, you're not going to want to stay consistent. When you have those rough patches or those slow months in business, you're not going to want to get up every day and keep pushing forward with your all. So make sure that whatever business that you choose or you decide to jump into, it's something that you're willing to invest your time in. You're willing to develop this skill. You're willing to keep going even when the results aren't showing up like how you want. That is the first thing that you should consider when starting a business. Be willing to dedicate your time to it, so much so that you have the understanding that I'm not going to give up until I master this. And if you have that feeling about whatever it is that you're thinking about starting, or whatever it is that you've already started, that's how you know that you're in the right space. Okay, now the second thing is create a business plan. There are tons of ways that you can go about creating a business plan. I actually have a free template for you. I'll link it down below in the description if you want to follow that and create a plan. The reason why a business plan is extremely important, it's for a whole bunch of reasons, but a couple of reasons are: number one, if you decide that you want to get funding, maybe by a corporation, or maybe by an angel investor, or maybe you're seeking funding from the government, they're going to want to see a business plan in some cases, especially if you're trying to get some type of grant or some type of loan. A business plan is going to be extremely important. So in that business plan, there are going to be a couple of things that you're going to want to make sure that you have. And those things are: number one, an executive summary, your business description. You want to make sure that you have marketing analysis, which is basically like data that you collect about your business. You want to make sure that you have organization and management. What that is your business an LLC? Is it a sole proprietorship? Is it a corporation? How is your business structured? Product or service line. Details about what products and services that you're going to be offering. Who are you going to be serving? Again, these are some of the things that I wish that I did when I first started my business. That way I would not have had to backtrack and redo these things all over again. It also helps make it very plain and very clear whenever you are deciding, making decisions about your business. So the last thing that you need to do when you're starting a business is have a marketing budget. Now, most of the time when we're starting a business, we don't have a whole bunch of capital, or at least I didn't. If you're blessed to have a whole lot of working capital, I would say invest most of it into your marketing and developing whatever skill set that you need in order to catapult the business. Now, with that marketing budget, you're going to want to probably run Facebook and Instagram ads, right? That's just like the standard. That's what everyone thinks about, is running ads. So a couple of other things that you can do with the marketing budget is you can pay influencers. Now, the world is changing slowly but surely, and everything is like digital marketing online. The benefit of paying someone to showcase your product is, if you're just getting started, you probably won't have a large following, versus you might have some Instagram girlies or some TikTok girlies with 100,000 or 500,000 followers, and you can pay them to promote your product or service. Nowadays, a lot of influencers and brand ambassadors are stepping away from trading product for a shout out, a product for promotion. They want to actually get paid. Also, with that marketing budget, you can still invest into tangible marketing things. So, like pamphlets, if you're going to be doing vendor booths at events, maybe you want to get a banner for your table, or maybe you want to get like a stand up banner. Those are extremely cute. I know people that have those for their speaking engagement. They have these big, beautiful stand up banners. They're very high quality banner. And so that can be a part of your marketing budget as well. Also, if you want to distribute pamphlets at your vendor table, you want to distribute pens. I know a lot of people are getting away from those things, but sometimes, depending on what industry that you're in, tangible marketing products still work. Now, let's talk for a second about business cards, because business cards are a form of marketing. But me personally, I no longer use business cards. I still have some, because you do have those old school people that are like, do you have a business card? But I have two digital business cards. If anyone ever asks me for my card, I always send them my digital business card. What that does is it allows for an exchange of information. I work in a service based business. So for me, it is of greater value for me to be able to get your information as well as give you mine. If I just give you my card, there's no guarantee that I'm going to hear from you. If I just send you my card, even if I text it to you, there's no guarantee that I'm going to hear from you. But if we're exchanging information, I'm not just leaving the ball in my potential customer's court. I am also getting their information in order to be able to keep in contact with them, to add them to my email list. And of course, you want to make sure that you ask permission before you do that. But most likely, if they're asking for your card, or if they're okay with you getting their information, they're already on board. And if you cannot afford to get a digital business card, like some of them come as a tangible card where you just kind of tap it. I've seen wristbands where you at networking events where you just kind of tap the card and it goes and your information goes into that person's phone. If you don't have the budget for that, you can make one on Canva, and I'll do a tutorial and link it for you guys to be able to see. It's extremely simple. It doesn't have to be very fancy, and you can just save it as a photo inside of your phone. That way, when you're out, if someone asks for your information, boom, scan the QR code and boom, they have it. Last but not least, something that you need to do before you start your business, or even if you've already started, take a step back, set goals. Setting goals is probably the thing that set me back the most when I started my business, because I was just so excited to jump in and do like the activities and get the results, that I wasn't really focused on one particular thing. Now, I know that I have a video out there that says don't focus on the goal, but hear me out. Hear me out, sis. When you're starting your business, most likely you're not going to have a team. You're not going to have a whole bunch of capital. But that doesn't mean that you can't accomplish things, right? That doesn't mean that you can't set goals and crush them. In the beginning, I want you to set two goals: a short term goal and a long term goal. Now, your short term goal is going to be something that you can accomplish probably within like a month, right? Your long term goal is going to be more like 6 months to a year. And here's an example of that. If I decide that I want to hire an assistant, that's going to be more so of a long-term goal. I need to figure out what tasks that I'm going to delegate them. Am I going to look for them on Indeed or LinkedIn? Am I going to hire them part-time or full-time? Am I going to have the budget? Am I generating the revenue to be able to pay them before I make that decision? So hiring assistant is going to be more of like a long-term goal. So a short-term goal would be something like, I want to complete all of my sales and marketing email campaigns for the month of February. That literally takes you sitting down for a couple of hours and just being hyper focused on which products that you're going to push and promote. Maybe you're emailing your audience twice a week. So that's if it's a month, that's 4 weeks in a month. You only have to come up with 8 emails, 8 marketing emails for that month. That's something that you can literally crush out with a lot of focus in a couple of hours. And you can use AI like ChatGPT to assist in helping you get it done. So that's more of a short-term goal versus the long-term goal.
Now, y'all ain't gonna believe this. My mic went out at the end of this video, and I had no clue because I was using the front face camera. I couldn't see myself, and of course, you can't hear yourself while you're actually doing the video, but the show must go on. So that was the end. Thank you so much for tuning in, you guys. Don't forget to grab the blueprint, or should I say the template, to your business plan. I'm going to link it down below in the notes section. Comment, let me know if this information was helpful to you. If you've started a business, let me know what your business is. I'm really excited to see you guys grow. And also let me know what other videos you want to see from me. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll catch y'all on the next video.